Hi, one thing really nice about shells, this is the continuation, by the way, from part 1. I just kind of drew it out for us already right there. What's really nice about shells is I don't have to worry about holes. If I want to revolve this about x equals -1, if I were to use a disk method, if I want to draw it out, I have this dotted region. I'm going to have a hole. And sometimes that's nice, sometimes it's okay, but remember, I already have to convert in terms of y, change my domains, and do so much more, why add more work to it. What's really nice about the shell method is if I go up and down, go perpendicular to my axis of revolution, which is at x equals -1, I'm not having to worry about holes. And that's what makes these very nice. So I'm going to use my shell. Here's my rectangle. So to get my shell, remember, the height of my rectangle comes from the height from my shell of my rectangle right here. So that's very simple to do. And from, like I said, area underneath the curve, that's just top minus bottom. Well, the top is just 8. The bottom, whoops, let me get the light on here. The bottom is x cubed. Now, let's get our radius. I mean our length down here. Remember, this is 2 pi r. So we know the width here is just going to be dx because we're in terms of x. So to get the radius, same way, that's just some x value. So that's just going to be r equals x minus a -1 or x plus 1. So my length is 2 pi times x plus 1. And watch how quick these are to set up. See, once I got all that information here, I got my answer. This is my shell, right? So the volume here is going to be 2 pi x plus 1 times 8 minus x cubed dx. And I can integrate that now from 0 to 2. And I could do this by hand, or you can just type it in your calculator. Very easy to do. Now here's the hint I want you all to kind of walk away with from this, okay? When to use a disk, when to use a wash. Now when I say disk, I mean a washer, and when to use a shell. Okay? Well, first of all, disks, the rectangle that you draw, the rectangle is perpendicular to the axis of revolution. In a shell, that rectangle is parallel to the axis of revolution. Now, other times to use it. A disk, you want to use a disk if you if you don't have to change your variable. If in terms of x, we're good. You use a shell when you have to change it in terms of y. So the shell allows me to not have to convert my variables, and that's what makes these very nice for us. So take a look. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask or comment. Thank you.